This week on Machinery Pete TV, more from the Jim and Barb May auction in Adams, Minnesota. The feature item is Jim's beautiful Case IH Magnum 215 tractor. The May family has generations of pride in this Farmall 656. And we'll visit three brothers with three classic Fergusons and the family history behind them.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to Machinery Pete TV and welcome to Southeast Minnesota. We're here for the farm retirement auction for Jim and Barb May. Now this beautiful tractor behind me, not on the auction, this 67 model 656, but a great family story, 3 generations we're going to tell. But before we do that, let's go back to the studio, catch up on the latest farm equipment news.
Thanks, Greg. Well, it looks like many farmers are making some equipment purchases right now. The Association of Equipment Manufacturers releasing their monthly flash report. In that report, AEM says that sales of all tractors in the U.S. saw an 18% increase last year. Two-wheel drive smaller tractors are up 21%, while 40 and 100 horsepower are up 14%. Combine sales were up 6% for the year. And another round of coronavirus assistance just became available to some producers. We are learning more about what you have to have and to do to get it. Now, the program runs through February 26. There are 3 categories that have been added to the program. That's contract growers, pullets, and turf grass. Producers may need to amend their applications. And there's also top-off payments available for swine producers, but they do not need to reapply for the aid because officials will just use your inventory numbers from CFAP 1. We're told local FSA staff will make sure swine producer payments are distributed. All right, that's it for the news. And now let's check in on some recent auction prices from around the country. Now back to Machinery Pete.
Hey, stay tuned folks. Coming up, we're going to check out a 1998 John Deere 1760 12-row 30-inch planter. Hey folks, I'm here with Andrew Hamilton with Hamilton Auction Company. Now Andrew, 2020, man, what a year on the auction side of things. Can you walk us back what that was like when the pandemic started to close in March? And that's the busiest time of year.
Yes, you know, we were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place then, you know. We have our March consignment sale, which is a huge event, right, and how to handle it and this and that. So we did that first event virtual. Okay. So we sold it as a virtual event and had, you know, probably really beat our expectations of what, you know, and the turnout and how the crowd and people responded to that online bidding platform and what things brought for value.
Were sellers, right before the sale, were they nervous about what stuff was going to bring?
There were some people that were extremely nervous, and I actually pulled some equipment from the sale, sure, you know, which, you know, later time we got marketed for them and stuff like that. But, right, you know, the unknown and you know, but as the results of the sale and the auction, you know, were really extremely well, you know. So.
What do you attribute that to? Because I've seen the same thing. Prices have been like, if anything, going up throughout 2020. Outside of the commodity prices here late in the year going up. Even before that, the online bidding prices were very strong. Why do you think that was?
I think it's just another way for people to connect And I think as you build that connection with your buyers at a longer term than a live sale, it's a short window of opportunity.
Right.
You build it over a week's time or 10 days or whatever, that connection gives people more confidence, and then I think with confidence builds more better results.
Right.
You know.
Well, folks, planters just keep getting bigger and bigger, but it is fun to run across a little bit older one here, a 98 model John Deere 1760 12-row 30-inch. Now, Andrew, these older planters, not all apples to apples, are they? Some of them, like this one, have had some significant upgrading done to them.
Yeah, it's not every planter can be a 1998 planter. I mean, this one here has probably been rebuilt here, done with a lot of precision attachments and stuff put onto it, which most farmers know nowadays how expensive some of that stuff can be, and the job that it does and can enhance the quality of that planter. That kind of warranted for that, some of that higher price stuff. It has a lot of attachments on it that guys like. That precision monitor is nice. It had furrow row sense, and row cleaners and total tubular fertilizer on the side, and multiple things and technologies that are coming out here for farmers and growers here to try and reach that higher yield levels that they're trying to go.
27.5 sale price. I think, Andrew, that is the highest auction price I've seen on a 90s model 1760 in right at 5 years. Gotta go back to December of 15. But like you were saying before, it's 98 model planter, but Jim invested in it and update with that precision equipment. So not really a 98 model planter anymore, is it?
Right. It'll do the job of a brand new one rolling out.
Well, I don't know about you folks, but as farm machinery keeps getting bigger and bigger, I think it's kind of fun to run across some of these smaller gravity wagons on occasion. And here on the sale, we've got a pair of Easy Flow made in Arthur, Illinois. $2,000 a piece on this pair of Easy Flow wagons, Andrew. That's pretty strong. What were these things, like 200, 250 bushels?
Yeah, they're right around 250 bushel wagons. They all had good tires all the way around them. They were square. There wasn't hardly a ding in them. The paint was good. Tire tread was good. Jim didn't cut any corners. If you could sit around and look at his place, if you ever had the opportunity, everything got its proper maintenance and was done right. And it just shows. Like on these wagons, they always got cleaned up after harvest and were maintained and greased and stuff the way they were, and that's why the premium, you see the premium in the wagon, so
it's a Jim and Barb May premium. You kind of sell the owners when you sell this used equipment, right?
That's right. So they, and it shows, so that it has to do with a lot to their success. So.
Machinery Pete TV, brought to you by the Cenex Total Protection Plan, the best warranty in the agriculture industry that keeps you in the field and provides you peace of mind. Visit Cenex.com. Your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.
Well, folks, we've been talking a lot lately about the trend of nice condition older tractors rising in value. Now let's look at this trend from a couple different ways today, zeroed around a particular model. We're going to look at the John Deere 8400. Now, if you go to MachineryPete.com and click on the tractor specs link, you'll find that this 225 horsepower model was made by Deere from 1995 to 1999. So basically a little over 20 to 25 years old now. Now I have seen a pair recently at auction that sold very well. Here's video actually from a December 16th, 2020 farm auction in Three Rivers, Michigan by my good friends at Magnum Auctioneering. Now this was a 96 model John Deere 8400, and this thing had 3,328 hours on it.
73 down, now to 50, go to number 3. Sold it, 72,000, congratulations.
So, very strong price there at $72,000. Now that same day, December 16th, 2020, on an online farm auction over in Marshalltown, Iowa, by our good friends at Sullivan Auctioneers, this incredibly sharp 1997 John Deere 8400 with 5,053 hours on it sold for $87,500. Very strong price. Okay, so folks, let's go to machinerypete.com now, and of course all our auction price data is free. So when you do a search on John Deere 8400s, you'll see all the pricing, but up at the top there's a little link that says average pricing, and when you click on that, at least today when we're filming this, here's the data that shows up, and you can see the average auction price in the year 2020 on a John Deere 8400 was $45,205, and you can see the high and the low for each calendar year. Now, interesting, look back. You got to go 6 years back to find an average auction price that high. So this 20 to 25-year-old model is just worth more money, whether it's on the individual low-houred ones or in aggregate. Now, when we ask why that is, well, I think the number one reason, of course, is if you want to buy a new 225-horse tractor, it's going to cost you a lot more than $87,500. Hey, welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we got a special Thanksgiving tractor from Illinois to share with you. Three brothers are carrying on a family tradition with a special 1956 Ferguson TO35. This tractor was purchased brand new and modified so that one man could do what he loved to do, farm.
We've got 3 TO35 tractors. The first one is what our dad bought new, and that's what got us interested in collecting that particular model of the TO35. There's a lot of heritage with the tractor that Dad has. And once we started going to various tractor shows, we found out that there were other colors of the TO35. Then we found some other ones. We found the beige one and we found the red one.
Obviously, we started out with Dad's tractor, and that means so much because it helped him keep going.
He had polio in 1951. He'd been farming and ended up in Springfield, Illinois for a year recovering from the disease. After he got back, he developed his own way to get on and off of the tractor. This tractor really symbolizes Dad's fortitude and his drive to be self-supporting. He didn't want to be dependent on anybody. And so with this tractor, that helped him to be more independent.
Well, one thing we like to do when we take them to the shows is the grandkids. They're into the tractors too. They like to sit on them. Doug's grandkids get out the rags and Windex and polish them up, and they complain when we go out and plow and they come back all dirty.
I did a lot of plowing when I worked for the house farms. We pulled wagons with hay, and it was work. But we enjoyed it because it was Dad's tractor, and it proves what somebody can do if they have had adversities.
That's the heritage of this tractor.
No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
All right, folks, our feature item on the show today, a beautiful 2008 Case IH Magnum 215. This baby's got 2,083 hours on it. I'm here with owner Jim May. So Jim, did you buy this one used?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
It had about 110 hours on it.
Oh, wow.
When I think, yeah.
So you've had it a while then?
Yes, yep.
Okay. And did you buy it also from our good friends down at Red Power in Mason City?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. What did you use this baby for?
Tillage mostly, and hauling corn.
Okay.
Corn to the elevator, and
sure. And what tillage were you pulling with this thing?
28-foot digger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about leading up to sale day, Jim? I imagine a tractor like this, just over 10 years old with low hours, pretty popular. You've been getting some phone calls on this thing?
Yes, I got quite a few, yeah, yep.
And
Want to know how good the engine is in it and if I've done anything to it or...
Right. Do you have any price guesses you think it might bring?
What's that?
Do you have any?
No,
We're just going to find out.
Find out.
We'll find out. Well, it's going to make someone a heck of a nice tractor. I can tell you took really, really great care of it. Well, folks, our feature item on the sale today, a Sharp 2008 Case IH Magnum 215, and this has 2,094 hours on it. Now, Andrew, you tell me if I'm wrong here, but these tractors just over 10 years old like this, in good shape, boy, it sure seems like there's a lot of buyer interest in these things.
Yeah, I think that tractor of the size, that it is, people really seek that, smaller kind of operators kind of run out of options, when it comes to the marketplace. And a tractor like this has 3 PTOs, so they can do multiple functions on the farm yet with that tractor. It's a low hour tractor, it doesn't have a lot of emissions yet on it, so it can be a maintenance, free, machine for these guys for a long period of time. I thought, we had a lot of bidding action on this tractor, and from multiple different, states and stuff like that. Tractors like this are getting harder and harder to find in the marketplace.
Yeah, they are. We've sure seen pricing go up, and boy, you came in really solid here again. $86,000 sale price on this Magnum 215. That's well above the average price, Andrew. I've been this year, I think 74,000 and change, so 86K, and you had some pretty heated bidding here.
Yep, and it goes to show how well the condition of these machines were. That kind of warrants, some of that higher price too. Jim and Barb did an excellent job of maintaining and taking good care of those machines, and they were well represented by them and out there, and that's what's in demand right now. So good, clean, low hour tractors, can't go wrong.
Hey folks, I'm here with Lisa Kurtz, daughter of Jim and Barb. Now Lisa, first of all, thank you for the Facebook message you sent telling me about your folks' sale. And you sent me an amazing picture of this tractor with, I think, 3 generations in it.
Yes, it was my grandpa and my dad and my son Travis. And my grandpa actually bought the 656 in 1967 new.
Wow.
And then when Dad decided to restore the 656, and we surprised Grandpa with it. So it was.
You surprised him?
It was a surprise. Yep.
So how did that play out?
Well, Grandpa was over for supper one night, and after supper, Dad and Travis went out to the machine shed and pulled the tractor out of the machine shed, and Grandpa saw it drive by the window and noticed right away that Dad had it all restored and repainted and fixed up, and he was just in awe and couldn't believe it. He was almost in tears. He was so proud.
It's like a time machine to look backwards. It's like a new 67 model here.
Yes, yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Now you drove this tractor growing up?
I did
Lisa?
drive this tractor growing up, yep.
Okay. And
Yep.
what was it used for?
We mostly used it for hauling corn to town and hauling out manure.
Okay.
So after cleaning the cow floors off.
Did it look
Yep.
this clean when you were hauling manure?
It did not look that clean, no. No.
And what was it like when your son Travis, as he was growing up, hanging out with your dad and your grandpa with this tractor? That had to be pretty fun for you to watch that relationship grow.
Yes, it was. Travis, our dad, actually pulled the 656 out of the machine shed this fall and used it for the first time since it's been restored. And Travis used it quite a bit in the field hauling wagons back and forth. So,
But we're not selling the tractor on the auction.
no, absolutely not. It's not for sale.
That makes me happy, Lisa. Thanks for sharing the
Yep.
story with us. That's great.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, folks, I got to tell you, it has been such an honor all these years traveling the country covering auctions, getting to meet so many nice people, including folks like Jim and Barb May of Adams, Minnesota, whose retirement auction we featured on the show today. It was really fun to spend some time with the May family, getting to know them, and fun to watch their nice equipment sell, including that Magnum 215 tractor for $86,000. Definitely on the higher side of pricing there, and deservedly so for such a nice tractor. We'll see you back here next week on Machinery Pete TV, same time, same channel. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com.
Your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.